What's up, y'all? Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. Today is January 31st, last day of this month, okay? Be well, God bless, and all. We're going to go ahead and get some energy from the cards, see what the message is going to bring, okay? We ask that any negative energies that are being sent this way to be returned to sender 100 times fold in Jesus' name, and amen, okay? Let's see. Somebody can be walking away from a relationship. Maybe even putting some sort of emotional attachment on hold. Okay. Somebody could just be having fun. One day at a time. Yeah. Somebody could just be having fun. You could be creating some shit here. Alright, let's see. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, give us a message. We have straight off the back, bitches. Okay. Okay, what the fuck did you successfully go into some sort of union? Did you successfully cut a union off? Okay. Oh, yep, you're in hermit motherfucking mode. You cut something off successfully, a union or a connection that you thought was something that was of higher good to you. And you know what? It possibly could have, but it was full of sex. It was full of lust, passion. Look at this shit, all over the place, lusting everywhere. Somebody could have just been lusting over you, could have given you some sort of offer. You peacefully walked away from a motherfucker and you told them, no, 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 no. You won't have me in no trauma bond. Okay? So you successfully walked away from somebody who lusted after your ass. Whew. Yep. Let's see. What else? You could have contemplated this. Okay, it could have took you a while to come up with a decision whether or not you wanted to leave or if you wanted to stay. You could have been making excuses. Okay, you could have felt like you was being very judgmental to the situation here. This person could have felt like, you know, they needed to give you things in order to buy your love, to buy your affection. You may not couldn't trust this person here. This could be somebody older. Somebody could be in your past. This could be somebody that, you know, you could have possibly looked up to even. Somebody could even look at you as, you know, a little girl, a little boy that needed some sort of emotional fulfillment or some emotional help here. And it's like somebody could have used some sort of finances here over time to kind of get in your head to make a decision rough or make a decision difficult for you to make, especially if you need some sort of help in the emotional area. You have successfully walked away from somebody who could have been very manipulative or even emotionally abusive. It's like if this person doesn't get their way, they withhold something from you. What is it? Because why am I looking that up? They don't get their way, they withhold something. Yeah, love, affection, wish fulfillment. Or somebody can be taking some sort of satisfaction, or they feel very satisfied by disappointing you. Yeah, by creating some sort of obstacle or struggle for you. This person can be a master manipulator. They lack emotional intimacy. They can be coming in with a lot of burdens, a lot of baggage. They want to like kind of swap destinies with you. Yeah, this is the justice. Somebody's seeing you as a way out of their 10 of Wands. They wanted to put you on it, but they had to convince you that, oh, I love you, I'll do anything for you, but only if they're getting what they want in return. You could have thought that this was a connection that you successfully entered here. It could have left you in some sort of hermit. Had you gone within, had you soul searching and shit, like, why am I with this man? Like, the fuck? This could have been somebody who aggravated the fuck out of you. You didn't even like their personality. You could have felt like you was being too harsh, that this was a lesson. But you started to seek further and further and further that you really wanted to be alone, that you wanted to do something independently. This would have been too much for you to carry. Like, this person has a lot of burdens. And they seen you as like they way out. Like real shit. I feel like you could have been definitely choosing to use discernment over judgment. This is just somebody you just was not going to be happy with, okay? And this could have been a tough decision for you because maybe using discernment and judgment is the same for you. It still, uses pros and cons to come up with something. Like, you're just not believing what you say. You paying attention to actions. What people do, what people say. If it don't match, it don't like go with you. We have the Four of Pentacles. Hold on. This person tried to keep you stuck. They tried to keep you stagnant. Okay. Somebody wanted some sort of control over your forward movement. Somebody wanted to delay you for transitioning personally. Maybe you're somebody who definitely communicates your thoughts, your feelings, your concerns here. Somebody did not want you to do that. Somebody wanted you to tuck everything that made you feel bad about them to yourself. It's like somebody was trying to control your emotions, your forward movement, the way you process information. Because this person is resistant to change. This person has unfinished baggage, but you don't. And I feel like this is the reason why they was trying to have some sort of control and power over you. Yeah. It's at the bottom of this deck. Yeah. But you go into some sort of peaceful, calm water. I feel like, even if this person did delay you, you still have peace from within. So you was able to use your inner compass. You know what brings you to that peace. And you don't even have to have everything going on, like your fucking finance could be messed up. You don't have no, shit like it can just be all over the place. But it's something about dealing with certain types of individuals where you've learned how to disconnect certain emotion to a person, okay? It's like now you're listening to your feelings, you're listening to, maybe even your experiences and the things that your knowledge, and it's giving you some sort of peace, some sort of fulfillment here. This person cannot disturb it, but I feel like they want to rob you of it. Ace of Cups, you're a beautiful individual. You're a beautiful soul. I feel like you pour a lot of love and concern into other people here. I feel like maybe you have just one of those type of truths that people just can't take. You're just not telling people what they want to hear. You're telling people what they need to hear. And they don't like that. They only want to hear all the good things or the kind things that, they do. Oh, I love you. You're such a good person. You're such a this. They don't want to hear the, sometimes I feel like you are playing with me. Sometimes I feel like you are ignoring me. Sometimes I feel like you're doing some things on purpose. They don't want to hear those things. But they will be gratefully standing at the front pew listening to you praise them and worship them like the God they are not. Maybe somebody wanted to knock you off your high horse. Maybe somebody wants to, again, like I said, steal some of your energy, your peace, your love. We have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like this is somebody who is definitely in the deficit. This is somebody who lost the opportunity with you, okay? You could be your own business, your own boss, or you can just have a lot of ideas here, collective. You can have a lot of ideas and you follow your own path, your own way. But this is somebody who missed the opportunity with you. They would have been a bad investment for you here because they wanted to just control you, delay you, because somebody wanted you to feel as if you needed them. Yeah, but you brought balance, peace. They didn't do this for you. The balance that they brought to you was chaos. 3 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you had to remove yourself from a situation that was making you very, very, very sad. Okay? Very sad. I feel like this could have been a very hard decision for you to make. You could have felt in love. You could have been in love with this person. You could have loved this person. You could have built some sort of home or family with this person. You could have just really loved a person, a human being. Okay? And so you decided to love yourself more. It could have made you sad to have to leave somebody behind, especially if somebody is struggling. But it's like you don't have the capacity to be taking on anybody else's baggage, maybe at this time or like, never. Maybe you come from that collective, taking on other people's baggage, other people's energy, and it could have just straight delayed you. Just straight delayed your whole entire process because you wanted to believe in other people. And I'm not saying don't believe in people, but I'm just saying believe in yourself more. It's something that you following your inner compass, your intuition. This is somebody, again, like I said, they were trying to rose-colored glass you. This is somebody who wanted you to feel defeated. You could have felt conflicted while dealing with this person. What was this? We have the Queen of Wands. You definitely felt conflicted while dealing with this person. It's like somebody wanted to knock you off your horse. It's like somebody wanted to take your independence and your courage away. Your determination to grow, to heal, to aspire. All right, this is somebody who was definitely in competition with you. Very sneaky energy, very abusive relationship. This is a bully. And they did it, I feel like this is somebody who did it silently, secretly. Okay, they did it with their actions. Like I said, this is a person who only likes to hear the positive things that they do in other people's lives, opposed to hearing the truth that they are not only good, they also have some real evil ways about them. I feel like the Queen of Wands, you've definitely stepped up in your power and you said, you know what? You ain't that good. You could have called somebody out with their Five of Swords energy. You could have called somebody out here. And I feel like you stood your ground. Yep, you stood your ground. You move yourself from a situation, even if you thought it was a happy, peaceful life. But you're creating something happy and peaceful out of this person. It's like somebody felt like you needed them to create a ten of cups. You don't. Yeah, look, it's over. Yep. Well, I'm hearing, I think it's 112. We don't even talk, girl. We don't even kiss. I know. Yeah, that song. I feel like you remove yourself from the situation here. I feel like it's giving you more power. Meaning more power within yourself. Like, learning that you need to trust your own intuition, stop people pleasing, stop giving people what they want, even if it puts you in a compromised position with yourself. Okay, you could have felt defeated even because you could have felt so unhappy and so miserable, but you kept trying to make someone happy. Okay, but that's not your duty. It's not your job here. I feel like this is what you're walking away from. Okay, you are successfully walking away from something. Again, maybe the way that you thought love was, maybe in your past life is no longer that. This could be like a past loved one. This could be like a soulmate from your past life, a very karmic one. Maybe this was the end of a chapter or a final chapter to some sort of karmic energy that you could have been connecting yourself to. That's fine. You're moving away from it. Things happen. Sometimes you feel like we finished or completed a cycle until we fucking start the cycle all over again, and it's okay. Yeah, we have the King of Cups. Give yourself a lot of love and compassion here, or you can be bringing in some sort of emotional balance person that is emotionally balanced with you. Okay, this is somebody who will be able to speak their truth, no matter if it's a good or bad one. Okay, this is not somebody who's just going to tell you what you want to hear just to make you feel good about yourself. It's something that they're going to tell you that you need to hear, so that way it can challenge you to grow, and vice versa. I feel like this person didn't want to be challenged to grow because, again, they're in a stagnant energy. They want power and control, and they want to use some sort of finances to gain it. They can play on your emotions here. Again, like I said, emotional abusive. This is an abusive relationship here. You moved on, you transitioned, but it made you a better person, a bigger person, a wiser person. Okay? There's nothing wrong with telling somebody how they made you feel. Okay? But I feel like a lot of people don't want to feel bad about hurting other people. But if they don't really want to feel that way, then they will hear it and make the necessary changes. But this is somebody who just old school practices. Okay, there is an old school practice that they're living in. You're not tolerating this shit. You're not. Like, this is somebody who definitely needs to go and do some things independently on their own. But I feel like this is somebody who wants to kind of like maybe jump into a relationship, very quickly. This is somebody who just didn't know thyself. This is somebody who just didn't know how to do things independently and by themselves. And you're at that point where you just want to do things alone, collective. It's like you're tired of people taking credit for your success. Okay, and then when it's ready for them or it's time for them to move on, they're out with it. And it's like you're no longer going to allow a stagnant energy to come into your energy that's full to deplete you and to run off with the bag. Like, you're not doing it. We have the Nine of Pentacles. I'm telling you, you're not doing it. Peaceful, calmer waters. Because after some sort of separation, it had to happen. Because somebody could have possibly been juggling you. Maybe they was juggling their emotions when it came to you. They were definitely juggling their money. They could have been pocket watching you. They could have been juggling and saying how much they was going to actually put out. Watching your pockets to see how much you, like how much, oh, you got to pay them back. Yeah, this is, yeah, this could be somebody who was very lustful, or somebody who was watching how you was going to be able to create something, and they was going to try to juggle it away, and it's going to still end up to a fucking tower situation. It was still going to end up in some sort of separation. It's just at this time, somebody was going to be able to get half of the shit that you worked hard for. Yeah, Spirit said, oh no. Oh no, 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 no. You ain't going to be fucking juggling my collective. You're the Nine of Pentacles. You're doing something that is very, you're very self-sufficient. You're self-sufficient. And this could have been a problem with this person here. They could have had a real fucking problem with you being self-sufficient. Maybe somebody would tell you that you don't listen, that you're too aggressive. I'm hearing you too aggressive. When all in all, is just that you don't take no shit. This is somebody who wants you to be easy. Somebody wants you to be soft. Somebody wants you to let down all your defenses so they can Ace of Pentacles you in the reverse, Four of Pentacles you, and fucking delay your ass with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah. They didn't want you to be the Nine of Pentacles that they knew that you was. Are. Excuse me. We have the four of Cups coming out. This is peace. This is peace. I feel like you chose peace. Peace over connection any day. Okay? Oh, why am I hearing, hold on. Hold the fuck. Hold on. Okay, so it's like a thing of they say things because it sounds good. They do things because it looks good, but they don't actually believe it. That's some scary ass shit. Okay, so they do things to fit into society. They get married because society makes that like the highest type of connection that you can have here on the planet. It's overly pedestaled and idolized, you know, and most marriages end up in bullshit. Somebody's cheating, somebody is not growing, somebody is not healing, somebody wants to control the situation. There's like a lot of abuse going on, like, and it's nothing happening. It just looks good, it sounds good, whatever, but somebody just don't fucking believe it. They just entertained it because it was something that they was able to get their hands into. I feel like you was like a no. Yeah, no. It looks good to have all the friends, to have all the family, to have all the support around you. It looks good. But it can be somebody like, I don't really like this bitch. Oh, Uncle such and such did such and such to the goddamn this and that. Like, it can just be so much drama going on. All right. Just being there, being around in an environment that you just really wish would get their shit out on the table. Okay, just let it all out instead of having that fake celebration. Yeah, you wasn't with the fake shit, and that's just on period. Maybe somebody wants to keep something a secret. We have the Queen of Pentacles. You're protecting your dime. You're protecting yourself. You're protecting your peace. You're protecting your love. You're walking away from the relationship. I'm telling you. I feel like this is somebody who definitely disappointed you. You could have nurtured the fuck out of this connection. You could have tried your hardest to get somebody to understand your feelings and how they affected you to actually change. But the more you told somebody something here, I feel like the more and more they use it to fight towards you, to fucking abuse you. To use your words against you. So that way you can shut up. So that way they can stop you from your forward movement, healing, emotions, wounds. But I feel like you are wise enough to know how you can nurture yourself back to health, baby. And the first thing you needed to do was to walk away from a situation where you felt abandoned, where you felt used, where you felt abused, where you felt unseen, unheard, and played with. Yeah. The fuck? Somebody was definitely doing some sneaky shit to you. And even if they wasn't here, collective, you could have been pointing out the behavior. Like this could be somebody who is like who's attached to some sort of entity, and the behavior comes out to be very sneaky, conniving, cheating, disrespectful, all of those things here, okay? But it's just because somebody is avoidant, somebody is disconnected from their feelings, they're unavailable from their emotions, so they cannot communicate the way that you communicate here, collective. And I feel like, again, if this is a union that you stayed in for a minute, for a long time, because it once was a beautiful connection between two people who loved each other, or who thought they loved each other. It was just an illusion, okay? Till you realize it was an illusion. You had to sit with yourself. Something could have happened. You could have had one of those life and death situations where it had you thinking, and you started to realize, wait a minute, something is not right. Something has never been right. But you could have been just very in the illusion, caught up in the moment, to not really highlight the stuff that was happening right underneath your nose. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you are just really connecting more on a higher level, and it may be a little difficult for you to find genuine connections, because we all got a little bit of Seven of Swords. I ain't gonna hold you, but it just depends. It's like, it's a good and a bad in everything, in everyone, okay? You could have been in an energy at this one point. You could be working on those things openly. All right. This could be somebody who is still in the energy, but they're just trying to hide it, not trying to heal it. Okay. This is like deceptive behavior. Trying to get away with something strategically with the Four of Pentacles. Hold you back. We have the Temperance. I feel like overall here, collective, you had to go through certain connections. Yeah, you had to move on from certain things here. You have the Emperor, and then we have the Judgment. I feel like you had to really move on and become the person that you need to become here. There was a lot of strife. But I feel like you kept your cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, all my life I had to fight. You know, you finally made it. I feel like you remained balanced. You could have been dehydrated along the way, you know, just giving all of you, not taking any type of control, any forward movement on your own life here, collective. Maybe you always felt like it needed to be a partnership. Maybe you needed to work on something independently first for a partnership to come in, like a healthy one, so it won't be a trauma bond where, okay, well, this person has the money and I have the idea, we can work together. No, maybe it's something where you got to have the money and the idea, and you put it together on your own, and then you come and you welcome in partnerships where everybody is whole. Okay, that person had their own money, they started their own thing, they come in as a whole person. Okay, yeah, I just feel like you're just moving away from the whole trying to find balance in other people's situations, okay? For things to kind of look and appear good. Maybe you could have realized that you was in the matrix, that you wanted the illusion of, you know, this and that and that. You might still, but maybe, you know, you didn't think the way you think now. Maybe you thought a little bit more karmically than you did or you do now, okay? But I feel like, again, you're moving away from some sort of connection, okay? It's like you're definitely taking some sort of control over your choices and your decisions. I feel like there could be somebody that is ice cold out your life right now at this time, and this is the Judgment. It's the Judgment for both of you, honestly. This person doesn't know yet that they need to heal, but maybe they do. Like I said, this is somebody who is stagnant. They want to keep you stagnant because they know that you're forward movement. You got Chariot out here. It's like they tried to stop you with the Six of Swords in reverse, right? But the Chariot pops right back out. Can't nothing stop you. Ain't no stopping you now. You on the move. Yep. Yeah. You had to fight this shit. Yeah, you called out some sort of abuse of power, some control, some bondage shit. You spoke the truth here, collective, about something traumatic that somebody could have possibly been doing. We have a Page of Swords. Somebody who don't want to take accountability for the things that they could have contributed to. The only way you had to do this, I feel like it took you a while to kind of get up out of this energy. But I feel like you was always the type of person to kind of speak your mind. Even if you wasn't, I feel like you would say something, at least to someone. But you also have to realize that you can't seek other people for help either. You got to do it on your own, boo. Waiting for people get you like this. Waiting for people to help you get you like this. Because you know what? Everybody is in the matrix pretty much. All right? Work it out with your husband. Baby, you got a good man. A good man where? A good man where? Let's use this stick. I haven't used it, but yeah, I just think that somebody enters something because it sounded good, because it looked good, but they actually didn't believe it, and that's why it ended up the way that it ended up. That's my dog, y'all. Get away! Get away, doggy! He trying to sniff everything. He think he gonna get some snacks. He wants some human food, but he ain't getting it. He don't know that it can mess his belly up. Especially with all the seasoning and stuff on it. He looking at me like, girl, I don't care about none of that. I do about that vet bill. he just huffed at me, y'all. Like I'm telling him some truth. He don't like to hear the truth, y'all. He don't like to hear the truth. He don't like to hear the truth. He like to be called. I'm not even gonna say it because then he gonna come over here and he gonna bother me. What you sniffing at? Huh? I'm busy. My hands are busy. My hands are busy. Yeah, you want control over my hands, y'all. I have to put him in his place. We have, oh God, I can't even say this word. Exaltation? Jesus. I'm going to put it close so y'all can see it for yourselves. Just in case y'all know how to read. Because, baby, I don't know that word. We have drama. We have birth. Okay. We have Cancer, Leo, and hey. And a Taurus can be involved here. Somebody is saying no more drama. Somebody is definitely going through some sort of rebirth. Somebody can be exalted. And this is like fruits of your labor. You've been through a lot. Okay. We have domination, yeah, because somebody was trying to get some sort of control over you, some sort of power. Could be a Sag. Or you're gaining some sort of power and control back over your own life. Somebody can be finding Jesus. We have the 9th, number 2, the number 5, the number 4. 99 can be of significance. Somebody can feel like a Sagittarius is very domineering. I'm seeing scripture here. Something about religion can be of, something about religion or even spirituality can be of significance. Maybe you're taking somebody down. If you're a Sag or you're dealing with a Sag, very strong individuals here. They don't play like somebody's not taking no shit. Somebody's not being dominated by maybe even religion. That's what I'm hearing. Somebody is fighting what looks good, what sounds good. They're no longer, what is it? They're no longer, somebody is no longer, somebody is fighting society. Yeah, somebody's taking control over their own life. We have principle. Yeah, because the principles are different. 999. The principles is different. You have the sun, you have the moon here, but then you have the crown here straight in the middle. You know that one doesn't operate without the other. This is your crown. You're being crowned. For whoever you are very free to go wherever you want to go, to be whoever you want to be. It's like you're not being dominated or controlled by what you thought you were supposed to do in order to be accepted. It's like if somebody don't accept you, then too bad. Like, you're not going to be forced in some stagnation though. Like, somebody was definitely trying to stagnate your ass. I feel that. Yup. Somebody could have been trying to get you to commit to them very quickly. Okay, they could have been coming out of some sort of stagnation themselves, and because they stagnated, they stuck in it. Not you. Yeah, we have resourcefulness. You're too resourceful. You got too many resources to follow. The number 4 can be of significance. Somebody could have seen you as very resourceful. They can learn a lot from you. But somebody know that they couldn't like pull one over you. 44 can be of significance. You'll be 44 years of age. Something about the year 95 could be of significance. 94, 92. We have bluff. Somebody thought that you was fucking playing. Somebody was definitely trying to pull your call your bluff here. Somebody could have tried to play in your face continuously. Somebody could have said things and see how you would react. Maybe at one point in time you could have said things in your past here, collective. Again, like trying to keep the relationship together, try to overlook things, being an enabler, going against your own self. If you said something, you got to be about it. You got to stay on the motherfucking business. Number 3 can be a significance. 34, 93. What about 35, 32? Can be a significance. 39. Okay, 43, 34. I said 34. We have practicality. I'm hearing less is good. Somebody is very practical in their resources. Okay? Very. Now, number 10 is of significance. We also have Gemini out here. We have Cancer again. We have Sag again. Sag twice. Cancer twice. Gemini. We have Capricorn. So any of those signs, you or them. We have order. I feel like you decided to find your peace here. Law and order. Somebody can be a Scorpio. Excuse me, a Virgo. Yeah, I feel like somebody is bringing some sort of balance. Number 6, 63, 36, 65, 64, 62, 69, 96, 36, 46, 56, 26. Could be of significance. 46, 64, 16, 106. 69. Domination and order. It's like somebody in your home. Big Cancer energy. Somebody in your home could have been trying to dominate and control something that they grew up to believe. Yeah, we have flattery. Remember I said earlier in the read, somebody could have been trying to, you know, they like flattery. They don't like the real shit. They like the fake shit. They like living in the matrix. This is why they were trying to delay you here, collective, because you don't fuck around with flattery. You don't care about flattery. You don't care about it. You don't care about it. It's good to hear, but hearing it only, no. It's fake. That's some fake business. I don't ever think, oh, I just love this person. Oh, sometimes I be like, what the fuck are they talking about? Like, they make no sense. We have seduction. What about the seduction? Oh, concentration. Oh, and the devil is riding the lips. Somebody loves the way you speak. I feel like you speak some sort of life into them. Gemini. Pisces. Flowing. Somebody loves like sex with you. It's like maybe somebody feels like they have some sort of healing power. Maybe it's like somebody feels connected. Originality. 12, 3, 33, 36, 31, 34, 39, 35, 32, 33, 333, 334, 339, 335, all significant. 1033, and I do feel like this is just somebody who has a way of being very seductive with their mouth. They're very lustful. I think I said that earlier in the read as well. Very lustful. Yeah, with the King of Wands. Very lustful energy. Very lustful. They want me to call out 414. Yeah. Something about the fours and something about the ones. One four four one, 1414, 4114, 4141. I don't know. Look them up, y'all. Yeah, something significant about these fours. They connect in all kinds of ways. You have the four of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You have the 4 for the Emperor. You have the number 14 for Temperance. Okay. You have the 4 for Peace. You have the 4 for Birth. And resourcefulness. It's something about maybe it's coming from nothing into something about karmic into divine. It's just something about achievement. 10-10. It's a cycle that's ended. Capricorn. Somebody can be a Capricorn. There's a 10-10. There's a completion of a cycle. Look at those numbers. Look at those angel numbers that I was saying. Even the 2-digit numbers that I was saying. Because it can be somebody's birthday. It can be not birthday. Somebody's age. We have empathy at the bottom. It's something definitely about a new transformation, a new beginning. Yeah. By doing something slowly but surely, by taking your time here, is going to bring some sort of massive achievement to your life. Very massive. And it's not saying it's going to bring you a bunch of wealth and a bunch of riches, but it's going to do something within you spiritually. It's going to heal you, something like some sort of darkness. Because a lot of us be having a lot of darkness that's overpowering our light. And that's why we shut the fuck up when people hurt us and when things that we don't agree with, we just let people just control us. Okay? It's something about now you don't care. If you feel a way, you're going to say it a certain way, but you're not going to be disrespectful about it. You're just going to bring it to someone's attention. This is how you find your authentic community. Okay? If you can't be your authentic self, then how the fuck are you going to have a real relationship with anybody? If that's what you want. But it's definitely something about bringing in more peace into your life by removing certain energy from your past, your own past energy, so that way you can stop attracting certain types of counterparts. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. I hope that the message resonated. Okay, please like, comment, subscribe, and share the channel to help the channel grow. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining. Again, remember guys, not every message will be your message. Just only please take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. Until next time, guys, namaste.